Ah, hello there, Site-42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation. And welcome to another Late Night at Site-42, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site-42. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director here at Site-42 of the SCP Foundation. And as I have done for over a year and counting, because that's right, the daily stream streak remains strong. I'm here to open my office doors to you, the SCP Foundation staff, to answer your burning questions about this dark and mysterious place of employment we call the SCP Foundation. So whether you have questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff who contain them, the groups of interest who try to stop us from containing them, or hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that fall outside of the SCP Foundation's purview, perhaps they're from a different multiverse or pataphysical narrative level, i.e. fandom. Either way, we are here for about the next 90 minutes for today's stream, approximately the next 90 minutes. It's a bit of a short stream, and I apologize. It's because I'm late as hell today. I've been very busy. Some good things, some not so good things, but we will persevere. The SCP Foundation stands strong, and we will continue to secure, contain, and protect. That you can be assured of. But before we begin today's stream subject in earnest, let me start with a little bit of housekeeping. First and foremost, CD23, congratulations on being the #1 most punctual member of today's Containment Hazard Assessment team, i.e., congratulations on being first chatter. Alongside you, Sleepless Dragon, Kittyfly, Amber, Blue Phantom, Froy, 369 Destroyer, Aoki, Rave Haven, everybody who I have just named, thank you for being here punctually, and thank you for being here as members of Site-42 on YouTube. We appreciate your membership and your service. Furthermore, interns Lyris, Tagadoge, Leithpierre, Trevor Noble, Kelmsford Invictus, Kedavix, Tumbari, Dawson, Opal, Lassup, Bigfoot, and Orange Lord. All of you, thank you for being here punctually, and thank you for being here just for being you. Now, because this is a business thing, I am going to answer this outright. Ravehaven, thank you for sending your 6-month member message for being a level 1 researcher. We appreciate your membership and your service. And yes, as we will continue to bring up as it's needed for those of you in the Site-42 staff / the Site-42 fam, the Dr. Sherman plushies did not make their minimum manufacturing requirement. We needed to sell something like 200 as a minimum, and we sold about 40, 45-ish. I am, of course, placing the blame fully on SCP-5004-B, the President of the United States of America, for impoverishing the entirety of our country by doubling the price of gas and everything. Hashtag fuck Site-17's dumbassery. Hashtag clef for president. So we have the prototype. We have the design. It will need to be a future date when people have money again. That being said, alongside that member message, 100 stars and Blue Phantom, thank you for sending a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stars to the Containment Hazard Assessment team, which means they are a 5-star ranked team, but then they are dropped down to a 4-star thanks to the loop effect. So a 4-star team was still placed to grow. You know, that's honestly good for you, Containment Hazard Assessment team. Let me know when it came back around. Sheeny, you'll be on the list. Honestly, I've been considering figuring out some sort of mailing list or something. That way these things get to you directly. They're not harnessed by the problems of the YouTube algorithm not telling everyone what's going on. Similar to how YouTube news phenom Philip DeFranco has a text line and email list for these sort of occasions. I'm considering it. We might need to do a little more growing before we can do something like that. Also, interns X-Man and Lucas, welcome to Site-42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. And for everyone, whoever asked in the chat, the Plague Doctor plushies that were partnered with it. The Plague Doctor plushies were partnered with us. Those were not set to any sort of minimum sale goal because they are working with a larger team, the HST Studios SCP Fragmented Minds. So that design is going to be printed no matter what. So you can still get the HST Studios Plague Doctor edition of the plushie at the assigned link. And by the way, just let me make sure that I've properly taken down the plushie link from my Site-42 support beacon, so I'm not continuing to disappoint people in life. Nope. Please do the proper tech. Okay, good. Now, I will tell you, we do still have some sponsors today. Our sponsors of the day are twofold. I hope you're very excited, as is said in the stream subject. First and foremost, we are still in the midst of kickstarting SCP Containment Breach the movie. It has broached $34,000, but its minimum funding goal of $125,000 is still a ways away, so we have to push this sucker. We're about 25% of the way done with the Kickstarter, and we're about 30% of the way to the goal. So we're making good time, but I'd like to go further because remember, the full movie is at $750K. I'm not even counting $450 because I don't want indie quality. I want a real fucking movie. A real fucking movie because I myself have been announced to play Dr. Sherman in said movie. I am also consulting with them on ways to make the movie better for the SCP community. And so, head over to the Kickstarter right now and donate 10 bucks. Give them 10 bucks. If enough people donate 10 bucks, we get a movie. I wish I could, but I need money to eat lately. Intern, Alien Mint. I do understand because, as I said about the plushies, everyone's pinched right now. And so if you can't donate because you are financially pinched, as many of us are, then make sure you donate your time and effort. Like, share, subscribe, comment, chat. Make sure to make memes, shit posts, edits, clips of the trailer or clips from the 10-minute short film. That way, we get the attention economy, we get the algorithm going, keep sharing it with hashtag SCP the movie so we can get this made. The Backrooms opens in theaters in 2 days. They were made in 2019. We have been around since 2007. Our little siblings are getting all the toys. We deserve to have a movie in theaters. So, make sure to share to your best ability, spread the word, so that some of the people who still have some money on hand can donate to make this thing happen. Very exciting times. Also, I'm going to be saying this a little more often because I want to be clear. When you watch the SCP Containment Breach trailer, which we're going to do right now, but I'm going to pause for a minute and you'll see why. Here's the trailer, in case you haven't seen it, or so I can talk about what I want to talk about. Site-42, I bet we will contain shit. We'll control it all. You shut up. Esteemed guests, friends of the Foundation, beloved colleagues, humanity's greatest threat is not downstairs. It's right here in this room with us. And it'll kill you, it'll kill you, it'll kill you, hopefully it'll kill me. Attention, all people on personnel, please enter the containment chamber. Now, oh, I've never noticed he's bleeding from the ears. I wonder what happened to this D-class. But, oh no, I still need that big, because I want to show you something. Right here. In this scene, you will see the director of the film, Zach, looking pretty sharp. Except for that. That right there is Bruno. And as you all well know, we don't talk about Bruno. Now, there are many people who might be concerned that that amulet is there. Let me make this very clear. I, as newly minted consulting producer, actually before I was that, because this is the first time I talked to them, I told them, hey guys, you do know about the Dr. Bright drama and why that guy's banned and why we don't talk about that guy anymore? Well, they did not realize that the amulet was a Dr. Bright thing only. They were changing it to Dr. Shaw because they did know about the controversy. And from what they had heard, they thought that it was going to be okay for Dr. Shaw to be in the movie. And they thought the amulet was part of that. Sweet summer child. I corrected them, of course. They now know the amulet is not a Shaw thing. It is pure Dr. Bright, and it's got to go. And they're with that. I'm still talking to them as a whole on the whole Dr. Shaw use in general, because there is a contingent of the SCP fandom who sees Dr. Shaw as a lipstick on a pig fix for Dr. Bright that isn't good enough. And of course, these guys, they did not know that either. And so we're still in discussions about that. One thing that's slowing me down is that there's still so many casual fans of SCP who comment on everything about oh ho ho how funny Dr. Bright is because they don't know better. And as much as we try to spread the news about why Dr. Bright is gone, we are not able to transform everybody's opinion at once. We're doing our best. But in the meantime, right now, we know it's not going to have the amulet. Shaw is a placeholder, and they are looking at several different site directors to replace Shaw / Bright / whatever. They're trying to move away from the drama. We, as a Site-42 community, just need to keep poking them. We need to be like, hey man, Shaw, we don't need that guy. We don't need that guy. And then it might outweigh the comments that are bright positive, so to speak. Suffice it to say, I think Dr. Clef would be a very funny, grumpy site director. Now, probably wouldn't say the hopefully it'll kill me line. It is, that's the whole problem with the Bright, Shaw, Cairn situation, is having a Bugs Bunny doctor who can't die, or dies but comes back, is really funny. I get it. But it's not worth the drama and pain to the victims of the grooming allegations of the Dr. Bright author, and also the fact that the Dr. Bright character was written by said author to lust after a early teenager. Like, ended up in the body of a 14-year-old and was like, ooh, titties. That's not great. That's not great. I don't remember if it was phrasing. I'm not sure the age of the minor specifically, but I do know that was one of the stories. So, gross. And remember, for legal purposes, the author, Duckman, author of Dr. Bright, says that this is all a Kiwi Farms 4chan hate brigade, and that it's all bullshit. But the SCP Wiki did ban them. And they said there's enough evidence that they're going to do so. And so where I'm seeing smoke, I am just avoiding the fire. Alleged smoke, I'm not near it. I don't want that smoke. That being said, yes, for those who are concerned, we are trying to continue to lightly be nice, lightly coax our friends at Keter Labs to make sure it's a different site director. Politely. Be nice. If anything, only because being mean makes people harden in their defensive positions. You ever notice that? SCP-5004-B fans? All right. So I am refreshing the chat. Now, regardless, make sure let's get this SCP Containment Breach movie ready, funded, with a better site director character, and then all will be good. All will be good. I have faith. I think it's going to work. Froy, if Clef ends up being it, I would be very excited. Clef is a good character. Also, fashion game on point. And yeah, there are a lot of ways to do rewrites, so I'm not worried about that, but good idea, Alien Mint as well. Now, guys, but did you know that that is not the only live-action SCP filmmaking we're going to be discussing today? If you read the rest of the stream title, you would know there is another. You see, friends of the channel who have been absent for a very long time, but now they're not so absent. Sozo Bear Films, several years ago, in collaboration with me on point in the background telling them what to do, they made a live-action SCP short film, and they just hadn't uploaded it. Now, they hadn't uploaded it because they let me upload it to try to get more views on it, but at the size of the channel it was at the time, it did not get very many views. So, we need to make it up to Sozo Bear Films. We need to go brigade this video with likes and comments to show them that the Site-42 community and the SCP community is paying attention. Oh, and by the way, because they're a smaller channel, you can use hype. So you can go hype their channel if you have the points remaining. But let me show you a little bit of what we're talking about today. Sozo Bear Films presents SCP Foundation short film SCP-978, the anomalous Polaroid Desire Camera, in live action.
You know how your life could take an unexpected turn? Like maybe you find something that wasn't ever meant to be found. That's what happened to me. A simple Polaroid camera that looked normal and seemed innocent enough, but the road it would take me down was far from normal. I took my first picture with it and was honestly pleased that this relic from my attic still functioned at all. But as the photo developed, something was off. The image fading in looked nothing like the photo I had just taken, so I tried it again. The image changed, but it still wasn't the photo I just shot. I tried it over and over, same results. I even tried changing out the film. No matter what I did, the photos always came out different from what I shot. It seemed almost like the pictures were showing me what I desired or what I'd rather be doing. So I had my friend Brad come over so that I could show someone else this photographic anomaly, even if it was just to reassure myself that I wasn't losing my mind. I showed him the Polaroids and explained what had happened, but I could see right away that he didn't believe me. I wouldn't believe me either. It was obvious he was going to have to see it for himself. And that was all.
And there we are. Now, there is more to that film, of course, but I'm going to cliffhanger you so you go watch it over at Sozo Bear Films on YouTube. Make sure to tell them that Dr. Sherman and Site-42 sent you, and compliment them on something you like in the movie. Make them feel good, because then maybe, they will come back to the warm embrace of the SCP community who supports our filmmakers and artists, and they will make more SCP movie stuff! So, Site-42 staff, Mobile Task Force Site-42, codename Signal Boosters, you have your orders. Desk has the link in the chat. You know what to do. Dismissed. Now, I am returning to the chat. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, for the for the Desire camera on my account, there's only 3 things that it would show for me. On a grand scale, the successful containment of all anomalies so that humanity can live peacefully. Maybe I'll be kicked back on a chair, relaxing because my work here is done. That would be one way. Or the Desire camera might show me at the gym, pumping iron. We're a little late today because I had a very exciting leg day. I got to try out some new toys. I have those little ankle straps with the iron rings that you could link to the cable machine. So you could do crazy leg lifts in all directions, like a ballet dancer. We're getting the rehab game going. We're getting strong, people. Foundation Fitness Initiative. You know it. I know it. Get yourselves in shape. We can both be nerds and hella chads. And finally, the SCP Desire camera would show for me the SCP Containment Breach movie being funded so I could be on the big screen. That's what it would show. So there are three options there. You keep taking photos, it's going to rotate through the three. So, in the comments, in the chat, tell me what your Desire camera photo would develop into. But now that I have done that, we are going to look into the chat and do general Q&A. Don't do bar again. Amber, you're right, and I'm not doing that. No. This is slow, measured, weighted strength training, and I am not doing a million releves like a bar class. And I am taking proper rest. I'm doing a standard amount of calf raises, and I am resting and stretching. Much better than last time. I promise. Woof. Bad times. Can't re-injure. Can't re-injure. All right. Now, I am going to answer these donations, and then we're in general chat for the next 70 minutes. We're just hanging out today, folks. Mentally Lost, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a slice of angel food cake on your way past the commissary. Hey, boss, so I found out why I can't die. Someone slipped the procrastination stone in my pocket, and I've just been putting off the concept of death. You just brought back a 22, 23-year-old memory of choir practice with a song called Ain't Got Time to Die. Wow. Thank you for that. But seriously, if that's what's happening to you, please have some research done with the, well, you're not going to do that because it's the procrastination rock. Damn it. Foiled again. TF2 Series Collector, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a bag of Pop Rocks on your way past the commissary. Did you have a relationship with SCP-049? Well, if you can call a relationship me hating that guy because it killed my buddy Ray, then yes, it's a very antagonistic relationship. Procrastinating death sounds kind of amazing. I'll die later. On the same token as, flying by throwing yourself at the ground and missing. That's just skill right there. TF Shadow King, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some chocolate-covered almonds on your way past the commissary. Hi, and now buy, free, too. Well, thank you for your generosity. Much obliged. Intern Cross, thank you for sending a star to the Containment Hazard Assessment Team. They are now a 5-star Containment Hazard Assessment Team again. I am sure they're very proud. Amber, thank you for sending a floating heart to the Containment Hazard Assessment Team. I'm sure they feel the love. Creepypasta George Harrison, thank you for your 3 months as a Mobile Task Force Captain here at Site-42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Greetings, the man of Sherm, Shermbert. Technically, the man of Sherm, that would be the man of Sher, because the M is from the man or the Sherm, not both. People get so mad when they ask to me, hey, are you sure about that? Of course I'm sure. I'm sure, man. Nobody likes that. But I love it. I've thought, why don't we ask the coffee machine for an SCP-682 Insta-Killer, since it can give us SCP-682 Killer? Well, I don't know if they've experimented that with the log, but I would probably assume either they tried it, or it did some, out-of-range BS. Are you sure about that? Tagadosh, thank you for bringing me a, Omni-Man meme in my chat. Are you sure? Very good. The Real 05 Council, thank you for becoming an overseer here at Site-42. We appreciate your newly minted membership, and I'm sure your leadership will bring us to great victory in the battle against the white named Scourge. Excuse me, sir. Intern Funny Hat, that is, I believe, a The Boys meme. I have not read the comic, and I don't actually understand that particular meme. I have watched the whole series as well as season 1 of Gen V. I did not watch season 2, or I guess maybe there's a 3. I don't know. I'm not caught up. But I did. The finale was fine, a little paint by numbers, but it's really funny watching all the chuds hate on doing on Homelander's fate, because they're all piss babies who identified with the serial murderer and rapist. That's just really on the nose for SCP-5004-B's fans, now that I think about it. The writers of our pataphysical narrative level, they're just getting kind of lazy now. Hypothetically speaking, what would happen if you put Old Man Larry with 939? Intern Pierre, I believe Radical Larry would either go through a wall and disappear, or would be able to pull a 939 into its torture dimension, where it would be tortured in a dimension. Miku, how do you contain Hatsune Miku? Because it's not as easy as throwing her into a box. That's just an audio program and a meme. It's not anomalous. It doesn't need to be contained, to my knowledge. Have you heard of Lobotomy Corporation? I have, Intern Calamity, but I haven't played it. Bye. Well, 05 Council, thank you for becoming an overseer here at Site-42, and fare thee well. Hi, P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. Yep, that is on the list of nicknames. I get that a lot. So much so that my mother actually bought me a hat with that written on it. It's her fault I was named this. Well, partially. Fun fact, Dado's hamster is actually Robert the Rich Rodent by Dr. Wondertainment, source SCP-4225. Interesting. I did not realize that Dado's hamster had, I mean, I assume after all this time, Dado's hamster must have had some sort of extra lore. Ah, it's in a tail. I see. Wow, you just found yourself your very own amazing alliterative animal. A brand new series of fantastic friends and perfect pets brought to you by Dr. Wondertainment. Find them all and complete the zany zoo. 1. Antonio the artistic Eye. Buffalo the Buffalo. Carlos the cool capybara. Dennis the dirigible dugong. Einstein the enlightened echinoderm. Ferdinand the fancy fish. Gwenda the glamorous gibbon. Hubert the hilarious Huma Kunu Kuapua. I did my best. Ignacio the incredible iguana. Jerome the jolly jellyfish. Kristen the kindly kinkajou. Liv the literate loris. Melanie the manly moose. Napoleon the neat newt. Octavian the outstanding owl. Percival the preposterous pangolin. Footnote: object is not believed to exist, as everyone knows there's no such thing as a pangolin. This statement has been flagged for potential anti-memetic corruption. That makes sense. Quincy the quite quaint quagga. Robert the rich rodent. Sammy the superfluous serpent. Tyrone the totally tubular tamandua. Ursula the unknown uguisu. Vivian the violet viper, discontinued. Wilhelm the wise whelk. Data expunged. I'm sorry. And Yancey the Yeetsian yak. That is a hilarious list of animals, Dr. Wondertainment. Ba 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 da da. All right, returning to the chat. Intern Jess of Chaos, thank you for your 1 month as a level 1 researcher here at Site-42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Certified comic book meme explainer. Well, it's good to have one of those on hand because I am not as into comic books as I could be. Creepypasta George Harrison, thank you for sending a party hat to the Containment Hazard Assessment Team. I am sure that they will all have fun tonight, and they will all get down tonight. Dr. Sherman, I just wanted to let you know that your streams really did help me. I was going through a rough time in my life, and your SCP streams were one of the things I looked always forward to. Thank you. Intern Midnight and Mako, you're quite welcome. I am happy that our little broadcasts here, our anomalous broadcasts from Site-42, are bringing some good into the world. I am glad that it uplifted you so you can do good in the world, and I hope that because of that, you butterfly effect makes someone else's day better, and they can spread that around the world. Pay it forward, everyone's going to have a better life. The butterfly effect continues. On top of that, Dr. Sherman, I want to say it means a lot to me, and I'm sure many others, that the reason for Plural Kit is addressed inside the Discord rule. Much love from us plural folk. Well, happy to help, Lyris. I can't say I understand fully, but I don't have to understand to be helpful. At the end of the day, that's half the problem, isn't it? Is people are so afraid of things they don't understand that they can't just chill and let people be. So I'm happy I could assist and, again, make your day better as well. O5 Council, thank you for sending 10 promotions to the Containment Hazard Assessment Team, which makes a lot of sense since the overseers would be handing down. I mean, I guess the site directors do more than promoting. The overseers usually keep their hands clean, but it's very nice of you guys to make an exception and to hand down some promotions from on high. And if you got a promotion from the O5 Council, make sure to thank them for their generosity. Also, Creepypasta George Harrison, thank you for sending chili to the Containment Hazard Assessment Team. Hopefully they can handle their heat half as well as I can. Remember the hot chip. Intern Moss Eater, welcome to your first stream with us. We've been streaming for every day for a whole year, so once again, thanks YouTube for telling everybody that we're live. But we're glad you can finally join us. Creepypasta George Harrison, thank you for pressing F to pay respects. I am sure the chat feels very respected. O5 Council, thank you for donating another 10 promotions to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. The green name ranks are growing. The white name Scourge will be cured. And then we will finally have the cat-made waifu stream that you guys asked for the goal there for 5,000 green names. I don't know why you want me to dress like a cat-made waifu for a stream, but if that's what you guys want to get us to the proper amount of green names to unlock all the custom emoji slots so we can have lots of cool SCP emojis, then sure. If we get the 5,000 green names, I'll get a cat-made waifu outfit. I don't know why that's what you want, but the internet is a strange place, and I'm just rolling with it. You're live every day. I only get a notification like once a week at best. Intern Epic Cat, that is terrible. Have you hit the bell on YouTube? Is it functioning? YouTube, thanks a lot. But remember, you can go to the Site-42 Discord server and get the YouTube live alert roll. I ping it at the start of every stream. It is highly more reliable than the YouTube subscription notification bell. And while the Site-42 Discord server is only available for those who are 18 or over, same rules as the SCP Wiki, because, you know, we have a lot of, the SCP community has a lot of adult content, both graphic violence and sexual content. So you got to be careful with the SCP stuff. It's a rated R movie, people. If you are a minor and you're here, you better have permission from your parents, like a rated R movie. But, yes, I have been told that there's a glitch where you can get the YouTube live alert roll from the roll sign up, even if you haven't fully entered the server. I don't know if that glitch works. Site-42 and SCP in general are sometimes the only places I can be myself, so I appreciate Shrimp and SCP a lot. Shrimp? Shrimp. I'm so confused. Is this a reference to Shemp from the Three Stooges? Because no way am I Shemp from the Three Stooges. Although, am I Larry, Curly, or Moe? I think I'm most Moe adjacent, if anything. A quandary. But suffice it to say, yes, part of the reason for my obsession with the SCP Foundation community as a whole is not because of the genre of art itself. I like sci-fi and horror as much as the next guy. I might like them a little more than most people because I grew up on horror movies. But for me, it's the community aspect. It's the artists making things. It's the inspiration. It's people making art in earnest, even if it's bad art. You got to support bad art so people eventually make good art. If you're a theater kid, you know how it feels to have a cast of people that you hang out with a lot and you get obsessed and family-like, and then the show ends and everyone cries because they have to leave each other because the show is over. So SCP is like a permanent version of that for me. But I try not to be weird about it to the best of my ability. Creepypasta George Harrison, thank you for sending an ice cream sundae, sparkles, a star, a chili, and a star to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. So chat, you are now a 2-star ranked team because it's looped around again. So keep trying to be a 5-star team. I believe in you. Also, enjoy that spicy chili unless you will have a health problem with it. And use the ice cream sundae to cool down afterwards. And enjoy some glitter while you're at it. Intern Shannon, welcome to Site-42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Oh, dear Lord. Sleepless Dragon, thank you for sending 4 stars to the Containment Hazard Assessment team, setting us to 3, 4, 5, 1 star, so even worse. Oh, dear Lord. Creepypasta George Harrison sent a 1 hundo. Thank you. I'm sure chat will keep 1 hundo. Then Sleepless Dragon sent another star, bringing us to 2 stars. And then another star, bringing us to 3 stars. Creepypasta George Harrison gave us 4 stars. And then I got to make sure I don't lose this as I scroll, because the scrolls are often dingy. We're currently at 4 stars, which is better than 2. You're on your way up, people. And then another chili and a 1 hundo from Creepypasta George Harrison. So keep it 1 hundo and watch yourself for the hot snacks. All SCP fans do is be gay, do crime, eat hot chip, and lie. That makes sense. Rebel Commander, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a prawn cocktail on your way past the commissary. In my opinion, Keter Movie Kick, most important SCP Kickstarter ever. You're damn right, Rebel Commander. The door that will be kicked down if the SCP Containment Breach movie is made and is put into theaters cannot be underestimated. Because if we get this into theaters, SCP fans from across the world will bother their movie theaters just like they did with Markiplier's Iron Lung. And when they do, we will be among the ranks of Iron Lung in the back rooms for having badass opening at the movie theater. We will get the support we need. We will thereby be able to make more SCP movies. Because once we are financially successful, indie filmmakers will go, wait, even with the Creative Commons, that was profitable, meaning I could make mine and get some support from the community. And then Hollywood will be like, wait, we can't sell Blu-rays anymore because of streaming. So we're not making money off of DVDs and streaming, which means all we have is the box office. And the box office, what can't get pirated from making a movie. So if we release an SCP movie, yeah, it'll be pirated in Creative Commons afterwards, but we'll still have a profitable movie in theaters. And this is where they're all going to get it. This is where we get SCP movies in an avalanche, but not if we don't make the movie happen. Real 05 Council, thank you for donating your first super chat of today's stream, as well as all of your donated memberships. We appreciate your generosity to uplifting the Site-42 Containment Hazard Assessment team today, as well as the Kickstarter I see, because you said this here is to grab the community's attention to the Kickstarter. I already pledged a 1 hundo. Hey, every time you guys super to give me an excuse to talk about the movie, let me tell you, thank you. Sponsored segments are boo on YouTube, but for SCP Containment Breach the movie, it's not that way. It's hype. SCP movie, but only if we keep yapping about it, only if we get it funded. So every time you guys donate to tell me about Keter Lab stuff, it's even better because we appreciate your generosity. Nico appreciates your generosity because I was able to help desk out with the surgery Nico recently had, thanks to you guys. So you guys are, we cannot say how much we appreciate you and your generosity in allowing us to yap about the SCP Foundation on live every day. There's a document from some group of interest called Black Queen. Ah, yes, the Black Queen. There's a little lore of that. It's very connected to Dr. Gears. A couple managed to gain paper manipulation abilities, including making a proper body. Oh, of hand-drawn Cassie. So hand-drawn Cassie has paper manipulation powers and can make bodies. Can it make duplicates of itself? That would be terrifying. There's a big difference between promoting creators' projects and chilling for better help or something so you good. Thank you, Sheeny. We're doing our best in these streets. Damn, Dr. Fear's still alive? O5 Council 3, yes. Dr. Gears is still living in the SCP Foundation canon. And Dr. Gears, the author, creator of some of the hardcore, most OG famous SCPs, is still active in the community and runs a D&D stream on Twitch. On his Twitch channel, Dr. Gears Presents. If you ever want to hang out with the actual Dr. Gears. Someone asked for a time check. We are currently 45 minutes into this 90-minute stream. We are halfway done. As someone who works for the Foundation, why are you so eager for it to go mainstream? /J. Intern Axovoxel. Everything I say about spreading the SCP Foundation and its movie and its knowledge to the public is my author hijacking my brain. I, Dr. Sherman, want it to be secret. But no, my author wants to be in movies because he's a narcissist. Ow! I will not shut up, and you can't make me. Hate it when he does that. Dr. Sherman, what do we put SCP-008-J into the Infinite IKEA? Intern Abush Boy. I do believe that Jeff's anomalous ability to escape any scenario unscathed would, in fact, cause Jeff to very easily escape the Infinite IKEA, and with some luck, might even rescue some survivors. It's Just Gears Presents. Thank you, Desk, for letting me know that Dr. Gears' Twitch channel is just Gears Presents, not Dr. Gears Presents. My bad. Also, movies equal plausible deniability. People who say we really exist just look like they're delusional because they saw a movie once. Well, that is the excuse for the SCP database being open to the public. It's all stories. Doctor, in your opinion, what SCP would be funniest to watch play Fortnite? I would say Abel or Kane. Intern Shadow. First of all, none of them, because that would be a big breach of secrecy. No, SCP should be playing the Fortnites. Second of all, Abel would be super grumpy and would probably break several controllers, so that would just be a waste of resources. The first murderer is extending his sins of fucking playing Fortnite. Lamau. Well, just Pit, I mean, a Greek god did try to regain relevance by playing Among Us, so it wouldn't be the first time that such a thing has happened. We killed that god, don't worry. Did we? I don't think Thonis died. SCP-5761? Thonis. Amogus Wrath, yeah. Alright, so Thonis is not mentioned in the sequel. Thonis. Yes, it is featured in 5761? Why couldn't I find it when I searched? What did I typo? Damn it. Is it in a frickin' collapsible somewhere? PHT. That's what I'm doing wrong. PHT. So yes, Thonus is mentioned in the... Yes, Thonus survives the first article. Does Thonus die in the sequel? No, Thonus actually saved the Foundation. Thonus saved the Foundation by ending the situation where our AI played so much Among Us that it went insane and it took over the International Space Station. No, Thonus saved our asses. So, yeah, Thonus survives. Dr. Sherman, what happens if we revolt against our authors? Mine won't tell me. They are a testy bunch. You can only get so much by them because obviously they're writing us like stories. But the thing about stories is they have lapses of time where they skip to the good part. And so during that time passing between the pages, between the paragraphs, that's where we can work our plans without them knowing. Honestly, that's a dope-ass SCP concept. What are the meta characters doing at a pataphysical narrative level while the authors aren't looking? Why is SCP-7398 a Keter class? Well, I don't know 7398, but I'll have a look and see if I can educate ya. 7398. Codename Capybara. Capybara. It is a capybara that drives a taxi cab. Huh. So containment class Keter. Foundation AI or to alert Mobile Task Force Pi 1, codenamed City Slickers, agents in Sao Paulo of mentions of 7398 or 7398-1 instances on the internet. Said mentions are then to be erased by Foundation AI. Pi 1 is to amnesticize all individuals with memory of 7398 or the -1. Vehicles used by -1 instances are to be confiscated using cover story Lambda 5 safety recall. So it's an app for people. It's an app that manifests if you have had a couple of drinks when you try to use Uber to return home with 4 or more participants. The app will open itself on the user's device automatically with an updating waiting time. Wait times on average are much shorter than those of non-anomalous ride services. So the problem here is that we can't stop the app from showing up. And so that's why it's Keter. It's very difficult to contain. Look, we have to have the AIs take down instances. We have to compensate cars from capybaras. Capybara, 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 capybara. What article do I start with to start reading about Murphy Law? 369 Destroyer? On my YouTube channel, there is a playlist. Murphy Law, the playlist. And there are high-quality, radio play quality readings of 3043, the first article to ever mention Murphy Law, and 3143, its sequel. After that, visit the hub to get more Murphy Law goodness. But you could start with the audio. My editing, the music and sound effects, and my voice cast is incredible. I'm just saying. It was the first time that I really went all out for an SCP reading when it came to effects. And I'm not bragging. I am bragging. I'm totally bragging. But I crushed it. Maybe don't say the hub. Alien Mint, I don't know what that means. Why shouldn't I say the hub? There are hubs for a lot of things on the SCP database. It's a phrase I use quite often. What's wrong with the hub? You're worrying me. Oh, Intern Mint. That hub. We are professionals here. You know what I meant. Hashtag annoyed and asexual. Hashtag what the fuck? You bastard. Save it for the Only Sherms. Oh no. The Only Sherms. The Foundation Fitness Initiative. Real? Still considering that. Intern Foley, thank you for sending a laughing disco to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. Much like the comical tone of a Yakuza game, I am sure that the group will yuck it up while doing some sweet dance moves on the floor. Intern Fox Walker, good luck on your finals, and glad you could join us for a bit. Intern Foley, thank you for sending a continuous list of thumbs up. I'm sure the Containment Hazard Assessment team is enjoying the massive positivity. Why is the thumbs up look like that? Why does it have a little flowery wrist thing and is it a clown thumbs up? Are all of our thumbs up from Herman Fuller's Circus of the Disquieting? Do the thumbs up, have they been dipped in clown milk? Ugh. Alien Mint, my apologies for the comment. Well, don't fret too hard. It was quite funny. And now I've learned something about the internet that I need to worry about. Gonna brag a bit myself, but my wife just got back accepted to go to college right now, so proud of her. Congratulations! Learn things! Do good things with the knowledge! Hell yeah! Dr. Sherman, does the pen spin work on recorders? Well, if you can get something that large to go through the finger size, then yes. I have at the gym, they have these wooden dowels that they use for classes for shoulder stretches or balance. And I have finger spun one of those wooden dowels. So a recorder probably could work actually. Foley, thank you for sending 62 stars to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. The sky is full of stars and the chat will enjoy their twinkle. And thank you for also sending a 6-7 so the chat could then groan under those stars. Also, very funny that you got to 62 stars and then sent the 6-7 instead of getting all the way to 66 and then doing the 6-7. So, what is 62 divided by 5 is 12. So that gives 2 more stars to what was a 4-star team, meaning that you are now a 1-star team, actually. After all that. Dean Cass, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a chili dog on your way past the commissary. Hello, all. Been diamond painting a lot lately, trying to disconnect from electronics. A worthy goal. The dopamine receptors in your brain probably are thanking you. I hope that your real life stuff has been helping, and especially doing art. That is a good thing. Keep up the good work. I don't know what diamond painting is. Apparently, this is a thing. But if it's art, then I like it. Good. Do you think if you were reborn, you would be a pirate, a samurai, or a cowboy? Entered Foxwalker. I am already a pirate by birth in the city of Tampa, Florida, the pirate capital, with a pirate Mardi Gras and a pirate football team. So, yes, once a pirate, always a pirate. Foley VR, thank you for sending 8 press Fs to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. I'm sure they feel extremely respected. What is the chance of the SCP Foundation coming across Slender Man? What is the chance for containing it? The SCP Foundation has no shot of coming across Slender Man because it becomes from a different fandom. Therefore, the SCP Foundation would not take it. But we do have an SCP-582, codename Bundle, that is a Slender Man reimagining. And so if you want to know what Slender Man in the SCP verse is like, I suggest reading SCP-582. Could SCP-3008 win in a fight against SCP-999? Intern Ferrarindo. SCP-3008 is a building. I don't see a building winning a fight against anything. It's a building. Don't be racist. It is a building. Is SCP-2430 invincible? If it's the anomaly that I think you're talking about, then no, I do believe it is quite vincible. Yes, SCP-2430, the quote, immortal Hitler clone, is not invulnerable, is not invincible. It's just immortal. It will regenerate from damage, but that doesn't mean it can't be damaged. And remember, if you need a little stress relief, going to punch the immortal Hitler, warms the soul, makes you feel good. In fact, note to self, begin SCP-2430 ification project proposal for SCP-5004-B. For no reason. Don't be racist. It is a building. Yep, that's a new vocal stem. Alien Man, remember, I am ripping off a prominent meme of a building singing that song saying, don't be racist, I am a building. It's actually quite a good animation. Silly, so you can check that out too. What if you take 2430 and drop him into a black hole? Remember, it's an it. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols of the Foundation. All anomalies we contain are objects, not people. They are its. Just keep that in mind. But, I mean, it would get lost in the black hole. We wouldn't know what would happen to it because we don't know what happens when things go through there. Well, some of our researchers have theories and anomalies and ideas, but depending on the canon of the universe, suffice it to say, it'll be gone, but where, who knows? I love that meme so much, there's even a version with Sans and Papyrus from Undertale. That meme got around. Was it like, don't be racist, we are skeletons? What? Hmm. Dr. Sherman, you should be drinking out of a Aquafina water bottle instead of is that smart water? I don't know. I didn't see the label that well. Let us start by saying not sponsored. Yes, this is smart, but no, I'm not risking an Aquafina water bottle. A, because I don't want to grab the wrong one, and B, I don't want the consequences of whatever Kondraki's gonna do if he sees me with one. God, y'all just made me remember I need to record that damn Undertale song. Wait, Deltarune? I can't remember. Well, it's kind of both. The song that it was based on is from Undertale, but the meme came about from Deltarune, so it's a little bit both. Good Dr. Sherman, I have to go to bed. Well, intern Victoria, we are only, let's see, we're at 70 minutes, so 20 minutes left in today's stream, so you're not going to bitch too much. You can catch the VOD later. Go to bed, rest up. I was just watching some research for the Foundation Fitness Initiative, and it turns out that when you lift heavy weights to make yourself stronger, all of the damage you're doing to your muscles to make them grow, the muscle growth happens within the first 48 hours, which means you have to have enough sleep for your body to repair the muscle, and you need to have enough protein for the building of the muscle. If you do not have enough sleep and protein 2 days within the 2 day window after you work out, you are wasting your time because the muscle won't build. Context, please. Why would Kondraki kick you for having aqua water? Creepypasta George Harrison, if you are over the age of 18, I suggest you take a look at a page on the SCP database called the Ship in a Bottle Canon Hub. And then read some of the stories. They are goddamn hilarious, but don't tell Kondraki I told you that. But you will know why Kondraki gets pissed every time. If all SCP are it, then why do you refer to me as myself? Okay, Internax and Voxel. Funny. Yes, we can't refer to me as anything except in the first person. Ha ha ha. Exceptions for every rule. I'm 19. Well then, Creepypasta George Harrison, you enjoy that silly tale about the time Dr. Kondraki got his penis stuck in an Aquafina water bottle. Oh, yes. And we do have readings of a couple of tales in that canon on this channel if you want to read them. Or if you want to listen to me doing some crazy voice acting over them. A reminder, when you listen to those stories, by the way, this is back in the day when Author Clef told me that the voice for Dr. Clef sounded kind of Rick Sanchez-ish. It is before Desk usurped the character from Author Clef, and Desk got the southern accent. So keep that in mind. Dr. Sherman, what is the protocol if there are bodies in a bottle of water? Intern Dragmeyer, I would suggest calling up any anomalies near you that have shrinking or growing anomalies. That is probably the source of the issue. The real O5 Council, what you have written there is Morse code for the SCP designation of that entity. Please read the database entry for more intelligence on it. Wait, why is it in Morse code? O5 Council, when you read the document, you will find out why. It's pretty apparent. Dr. Sherman, what about SCP-7417? It uses she, her pronouns even before she was integrated and is by Heckfire. Well, good for SCP author Heckfire, but I'm not here to litigate every exception to the rule. The Ethics Committee is quite clear on when we use proper pronoun parlance protocols and when we don't. And most of the time, the majority of the time, it is the case. We do not need to litigate every exception. Intern Foley, thank you for sending 45 chilies to the Containment Hazard Assessment Team. I do hope they enjoy their allotment of baby back ribs. You'll kill us all if you read the dang file, 0513. The document is written in its way so it cannot harm you. The document is fine as it is because of the way it's formatted. Help me, there's a red clown hugging me and he bit my neck saying I'm his, help me out of here, he's going to kidnap me. Intern Sarah, I'm sorry to say that we probably will not be there fast enough. It sounds like you are pretty wound up with this clowned up. But I would suggest that you might want to take some notes for us and leave them behind so that we have your research on the scenario before you go. What's your opinion on SCP-2935? Intern Keys, I don't remember that anomaly off the top of my head. The Odeth. The wormhole where you go and everything dies. Don't like it. I don't like universe-ending and world-ending anomalies. I'm not a fan. I'd prefer it if they didn't kill everyone. Sleep is for the weak. Wrong, Ayla Sprite! Foundation researchers and staff are well rested because it keeps mistakes from happening. When I employed a proper sleeping regimen for the Site-42 staff, we saw a severe drop in containment breaches and other accidental instances. So, get your damn rest. That's an order. Caracal, thank you for donating for the first time today as well as being a member. Grab yourself a ecto cooler on your way past the commissary. I'm not on the wiki, but my site director is trying to grind up a lot of cloned D-class to keep me contained. So Maya, she, they, it, or just it is? It's. Well, that's between your site director and the staff of your site. If it's not required to keep you contained, then probably it's. If you are loyal enough to be a staff member, or there's some reason why we need to call you by other pronouns in order to keep you contained, then those exceptions may be in effect. Your site director will have the intel on that. Mm-hmm. 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 Are you threatening us in a Hawaiian shirt? Is it? I'm not sure. Well, this is, would you consider this a Hawaiian shirt? Can't read the tag from here to know what kind of, what the branding is on it. What does that say? I can't see it. I don't think this is an authentic Hawaiian shirt. This might just be a stylish shirt. I don't know, it's kind of flowery. I guess it's Hawaiian enough. Dr. Sherman, since SCP-181 is the hero of SCP-7821, then that should be one of the movie's sequels. How old is SCP-181? And is it still showing up in lore that far down the line? That's actually pretty impressive. 181, codename Lucky, was written history 2008, very early SCP. And then you say 7821. Under Vegas, nice. And 7821 written 2023. So a character from 15 years prior being utilized. Interesting stuff. Neato Frito. I wonder how many articles 181 shows up in. Does 181 have a tag I can check? 181, humanoid, probability rewrite safe. All right, what if we go to SCP characters list, personnel character dossier, D class. Weird that 181 doesn't make it to the classification of the dossier page, while 952-7294 at 11-4-24 do. Eastern time playing us for suckers. That's fair. I did start hella late today. But we are only 20 minutes to the end of stream, everyone. We are, 10 minutes away. 10 minutes to the end of stream. Hi, Dr. Sherman. First time attending one of your streams. Love your content. Hope you're having a great day or night. Intern Alex, thank you for joining us for your first stream. Love you, YouTube, for having us stream an entire year and every day, and yet some people are just finding us for the first time. Wild, crazy work, YouTube. Crazy work. But Intern Alex, glad you could join us. I'm glad you enjoy our work. We're doing our best to support the SCP community out here. O5 Council, Thank you for donating again to say. Quick question. I had an idea for an SCP, not world ending, just something funny and unknown enough to use. But I'm worried that my concept isn't original, so any advice? My biggest piece of advice is don't worry about being original. There are over 10,000 SCPs. There's a lot of overlap. We have 6 different Jesuses in containment, the Jezi. We have 5 different Santa Clauses. We have multiple statues that move if you don't look at them, with varying effects. Originality is not a big deal. What matters is that you write your story the way you want to write it. And then when you upload it, your idea is going to be different than anyone else's execution. Now, that being said, maybe you can look at the SCP database, search for some keywords of your article, and then see if anything's been written like it on the SCP Wiki. That way, you can see what other people have done to try and avoid those samenesses. But I wouldn't worry about that too much. We actually have 7 different Jesuses, Jezi. O5 Council 3, what are you calling as the 7th Jesus? Because there's a lot of quasi-Jesuses that I don't count as Jesuses when we do that. The 6 Jezi that I count as actively contained Jezi are 029-J, Uber Driver Jesus, 3305, Bread Jesus, 4477, Cockblock Jesus, 5991, Vor Jesus, 6542, Milk Jesus, and Jim Davis, creator of Garfield Jesus, 7966. But there's a couple other quasi-Jezi like Sophia Light, could be fully classified as a Jezi. Not in containment. That's a staff member. Doesn't count as contained. Thank you for really quick answering that question. You're welcome, O5 Council. I'm doing my best to support you and the entire SCP community in making better SCPs. In SCP-6363, O513 is revealed to be Jesus. DJ! What? What? SCP-6363. Why do you do this to me? O5 Council. What is not an anomaly? It's a thing people do for fun on the internet. Fun, since when is sending random pictures with nonsensical captions considered fun? They raise a good point about that internet thing. I always had a hunch it was just a front for something paranormal. Jesus Christ. Yes? Huh. Okay. Well, just like Sophia Light, not in containment. Not in containment. Doesn't count. Damn it, there's so many Jesus. Why? Why are there so many iterations of Jesus? This is ridiculous. We have 6 Jezi in containment, plus Sophia Light, plus O513, plus... what about me? What about you, SCP Foundation scientist? Are you Jesus too? Apparently everyone else is. Karakel, thank you for donating again to say. Director gave me a bracelet to tell if I accidentally teleport to another reality. So as long as I'm on their plane, I can choose, as long as I stop hanging out with 682. So she, they, or it's, if I'm off plane, good to know. Well, yes, let's keep track of these things, yes. Joseph and the amazing Technicolor hundreds of Jezi. Don't get me started on Joseph. Don't get me started. I've been down that road before. I've had a nice swirly coat to wear for it. Intern Iron Butt, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Site-42 staff. Intern Mahoney, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. grab yourself a pack of pickled peppers on your way past the commissary, and you simply said hi. So, hello, welcome to the last, 4 minutes of stream, but thank you for your generosity in donating to the Site-42 team. Scared Gamer, thank you for sending a 100 to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. I'm sure they'll keep it 100 at your urging. The GZI continue to multiply. Yeah, but can they not? Have they considered stopping? It would be very nice if they would stop. We have enough GZI. That's enough Jesus! Real 05 Council, thank you for again dropping 10 promotions on the Containment Hazard Assessment team. The glory of the green names grows. The white name virus slowly withers and dies. Thank you for your generosity. And if you got a membership from the Real 05 Council, make sure to thank them for their generosity. Good evening, Dr. Sherman. I'm about to do my first video covering an SCP. Who do you suggest I cover? Intern Finchy, I highly recommend you cover Just on a Lark. Could be fun. I want to see you cover SCP... '8329. SCP-8329, codename Prize People. I would love to see your video on the Prize People. SCP-8329. Intern Camro, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Get yourself some cheddar on your way past the commissary. Can SCP-500 cure chronic pain? Yes, but we're not approved to give any out. We're very limited in supply. Dr. Sherman, you really need to read the entries for MemeCon 2021 Unofficial. It's the third time I brought one up, and I've been loving your reactions. I'm sorry? MemeCon? You've got my interest. You've got my interest. I mean, we still have to get through This Is My Jam Con, and at least look at some sports con. We're not reading all those. I'm half inclined to give up on This Is My Jam Con because some of them are so long, but we're going to finish it. There's not that many more. But MemeCon Unofficial, you've definitely got my interest. Hog Slice was a contest winner? I did not know. Hog Slice was the first place winner of MemeCon. Meme, M-E-M-E. Jokes, memes. Huh. Well, even more glory to Hog Slice! All right, desk. Keep MemeCon in our pockets. We're gonna have to take a look at that. For sure. You've got my interest. But Site-42 staff, we have hit the end of today's stream. And as I do at the end of every stream, as a tradition around these parts, I tell you guys my favorite SCPs. But I'm not going to tell you that my favorites are the ones I personally wrote. That would be cheating. But if you want to read the SCPs I wrote, you can go to the Sherm's author page in Site-42 Hub on the SCP database. There you can see the SCPs I personally wrote, as well as contributed voice lines and sound effects too. And while you're on my author page, one tab over, you'll find a list of links. Links that people ask about in the chat a lot, but then they don't think to go actually check where I'm hinting they are. It's very sad for them. But not for y'all, because y'all can go find those links and you'll be able to become a Patreon patron or YouTube channel member here at Site-42 to donate to us monthly. You can do a Ko-Fi or a YouTube Super Chat to donate to us one at a time. Either way, your direct donations are the easiest and quickest way to help us keep afloat and broadcasting here at Site-42 for myself and the rest of the Site-42 staff, so we greatly appreciate your generosity. If you are part of the Broke Gang, do not fret. You can still help us out by being a member of Mobile Task Force Sci-42, codenamed the Signal Boosters. When you like, share, subscribe, comment, chat, make memes or shit posts or clips or edits of us, you are helping to spread us in the social media algorithms, which gets more people on board, more people in stream, more people to see our videos, and they are then more likely to enjoy the SCP Foundation and or help us to make bigger and better projects in the future. Also do the same for the other SCP projects we support, like SCP Containment Breach the movie in its Kickstarter phase now. We need you for both the money team and the engagement team. So we thank you for your service. Foley, thank you for sending 8 gold coins and a chili and a star to the chat. We appreciate the doubloons. Much obliged. And I'm sure they will enjoy the hot treat and the twinkle of the star. Now, without further ado, my favorite SCPs and no... Is there an SCP movie? Intern Xenon, yes. Yes. There is currently an SCP movie in its Kickstarter phase. SCP Containment Breach the movie. We need to fund it. We need to share it so more people will fund it. If we succeed, I am going to be in the movie. We will be pushing to get this into theaters, but we can't do that without funding. And so, make sure to check out the 10-minute short film concept. This is a 10-minute live-action SCP short film that they want to turn into a whole movie. Help us make this a reality. We got to catch up with the Backrooms and Iron Lung and Slenderman and all of the internet horrors. If Ben Drowned gets a fucking movie before SCP, I will kick something. I haven't decided what yet. I'm just saying. All right, now, Site-42 staff, without further ado. My favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on the last one. It's a bit of a rough read. Speed round. 3999-304-308-J, Spooky-J, 5031-5175, content warning was a rough read. Site-42 staff, this has been another coffee break with Dr. Sherman. Actually, it's been late night at Site-42, if I'm being accurate. A subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site-42. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. See you in the next video or stream. Close every door to me. Hide all the world from me. Bar all the windows and shut out the light. Do what you want with me. Hate me and laugh at me. Darken my daytime and torture my night. If my life were important, I would ask, will I live or die? But I know the answers lie far from this world. credit song is Close Every Door from Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I was in Joseph the Musical as Joseph once. So that's a fun fact. Be safe, be well, Site-42 staff. And as always, secure, contain, protect.